What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.
Well, good morning and welcome in my coffee beans. How are you doing this morning? So, you know what? We're going to just get right into it this morning. We got a lot to go through, a lot to cover. And first and foremost is, guess what? Boom, the DMCA copyright complained that Jeremy Hales filed against me for, quote, illegally using his video. Nah, it's up. It's done. It's over with. The video right here, it's back up. Right here. See? See, video is back up. So if you guys are so inclined to go, and if you missed it originally, you can go now and watch it. It is on the channel. It's the name of the video is What the Hell's files the DMCA against Milltown's Best, and Edwin is coping hard. So that's the name of the video. It's up. Go check it out. I doubt, I don't know, maybe I'll get a few more views. I don't know. But irregardless, I guess Mr. Hales decided that he didn't want to spend a few tens of thousands of dollars on a copyright lawsuit. So I guess, does that mean I get a W? I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, good morning. See, we got in chat this morning. We got Penis, Pickleton, Gigi Hearts, Joey Westside, and Abby Blackbird. Penis. She says penis, penis, penis. Girl, you need you need some help, man. You all the time hollering for some penis. You know, to say penis, 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 penis. Me. Anyway, yeah. So I kind of pretty much figured that was what was going to happen. Especially I see old Milltown. I see Super Dave is in the chat as well. I pretty much was fairly certain that was what was going to happen. Especially when he didn't pursue it with Super Dave there, where Milltown's best, and you know, his video was restored last week as well. So penis is based is kind of my thing now. Okay, well, if it's your thing, I guess get all you can get. That's all I can tell you. So anyway, we're gonna get into we're gonna watch some of this Twitch stream that AikoRulz this little thing interview, I guess you'd call it, she did with the tipster, the tippinator. Just so tippy. Just a tip. No more than the tip. And that's it. Hey Victor, how you doing this morning, buddy? So let's get into this. I think I've got it queued about to where the where the call starts. Well, let's just see what happened. I haven't watched this. I honestly, after, what was it? Nerdy John, asked me to do a stream with him. I think it was Saturday. Was that Saturday? Yeah. Saturday evening, I did a stream with John, over there on his channel. He asked me to do a little stream with him, and I did. We had a lot of fun. We talked about we talked about Tipster and some of the stuff that was going on, and this, that, and whatever have you. But when that was over with, that was it. I turned the internet pretty much off, and I did play some video games Sunday. But I didn't watch videos. I didn't really check Twitter too much. I just kind of unplugged for a little while. I was like, you know, enough. It's Father's Day. I want to just kind of chillax a little bit. That's what I did. So I haven't watched this. I know I don't know whether to expect. I got back into playing video games, but yeah, I saw your tweet, Joy, where you talked about you was going to play the Yakuza. I think that's how you say it, Yakuza. I hope you're enjoying it. I picked up the game Diablo 4. I said I wasn't going to do it. The company Blizzard just really irks me, and has the last several years. But I seen that, you know, Diablo 4 is just getting all these rave reviews. And I picked it up, and as much as I don't want, it's a great game. I do recommend you play it with a controller though. If you get on the PC or whatever, play it with a controller. I play it with my PS4 controller plugged into my PC. I find it a lot easier to play. Necromancer. Victor, I started playing it, Necromancer. Buddy of mine, Tear, you guys, I've talked about him several times. He had already started. He actually got a free copy of it. He was playing a barbarian. He loves the barbarian class. He was playing it, and he had quite a bit of time ahead of me playing and whatever, had several levels on me. So I started playing a Necromancer on my own, and then I picked up a rogue, and we started characters together. I really just didn't like the rogue. I just didn't enjoy it at all. I went back to the Necromancer, and I think I'm like 40, like 40, mid 40s on it, I think now. But it's such a fun class to play. It really is. It's just a fun game. I've really enjoyed it. So I mean, if you like the other Diablo games, you're going to love this one. It just, like I say, I highly, highly recommend you play it with a controller. The keyboard, for me, the keyboard mouse play on it was, it's doable, but the whole point and click with the mouse, and then I found that to be a pain in my keister. I switched to the controller, and it mapped flawlessly. It was so smooth. I didn't have to do anything. You're playing on PS5? Yeah. I hate Blizzard. The Blizzard as a company, I don't like. I think they're before they were bought out by Activision. I supported Blizzard. I mean, I was a WoW player I have played every expansion WoW has ever put out. I've played them all. Even that garbage dumpster fire of Warlords of Draenor. I played them all. And I don't know. I just anyway, I've heard ever since the big skin thing has gotten better at Blizzard, so I've been on a WoW kick. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so, GG. It couldn't have gotten any worse. It really couldn't have gotten any worse. But I really, like I say, I've been thoroughly enjoying. So pretty much that's what I did yesterday was just play. All I did was just play Diablo 4. And like I said, I didn't listen to any videos. I stayed off of Twitter a little bit, not much. It's a sickness, yeah. Isn't it amazing how video games can just kind of suck you in? You may hate the company, you may hate the franchise owner or whatever, but the games, yeah. Anyway. All right. So let's get into this, this video here with, Aiko in the Tipinator here. Let's get into this a little bit.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Do you want a camera or what do you think? Voice?
Let's go with just audio.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I thought there was a way. Actually, do you mind going into my Discord room just so I can have your avatar on it without the chance of me leaking DMs?
Let me see. Which one is it?
Just go into any of my channels and I'll drag you into the litter box. Cool?
All right.
The litter box. Oh, wow. What a name.
Hello.
Howdy.
Okay,
cool.
So
Excellent.
we get to see the little thing
I'm
up there.
little
That's
off
pretty
kilter today. I fucked up my medication, so I'm gonna blame it on that.
cool. Okay, guys, do you want the chat area, or not the chat area, but like the screen where Aiko is a little bit bigger, like I'm gonna get full size, or do you rather see the chat here on the side as well? What do you think? You think just keep it like it is? Yeah.
Okay, this is.
I've seen some of your streams, so I know how this goes. So it's fine.
I know. I'm glad, and thank you for understanding.
There's that better. I think that's better. Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna fuck around with. Okay, the emotes are definitely distracting.
Can we turn the emotes off? Yeah.
Let me just bring this overlay up a little.
Oh,
actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna
Okay, just real quick so that I don't get chewed out. So my son, my youngest one, he got me this coffee mug for Father's Day. It says, being your favorite, let me just remember, it says, being your favorite child seems like gift enough, but here's a cup. He's not my favorite child. It's like I tried to explain it. I don't have a favorite child. And he's like, but you kind of do. And for those that were, yes, that is Nadia 6. Yeah. Yeah, he thinks he's my favorite. He's not. I don't have a favorite.
Fucking bother. I'm not going to look at myself, so if anything happens that's weird, you have to say so in chat. Okay? Cool? We good?
We good?
All right. So,
I'm doing good this morning, Scorpion. How are you doing, brother?
So I guess,
hang on. What is this? Harles Barkley. There's never a favorite, but there's a best one. It's so funny. I said that to my dad, but got him nothing because we don't gift anyone outside of birthdays. Yeah, I know, Super Dave. You don't really like Aiko because she's going after your friend Edwin, but I don't know. I think Edwin kind of deserves it, in my opinion. But whatever. Maybe not to the degree of as many videos and streams as she's done on him. I will give you that a little bit. But he definitely deserves to be under the microscope. What else here?
Peepaw, I've come to warn you.
Warn me, Seth, please.
Okay, this Twitch stream is by far the most boring and drawn out conversation of people talking in circles I've ever heard.
So who does the most circle talking? Is it Tipster or Aiko?
Okay, so Aiko does. Okay, she'll say, okay, so this is what you mean, and then Tipster will say, yeah, and then he'll expand on it, and then she'll like try to like bring that into a question that's the exact same question, and then he'll answer it again, and she'll try to expand on that with the exact same question.
All right, so it's really slow. Raps Chick says, okay, so let me ask you a question. I assume then you watched the stream then?
Well, not all of it. Me and Abby were watching it on stream, but it is so drawn out. It's
so I'm gonna ask you a question. In your professional opinion as a commentator, okay, I'm gonna draw on your professionalism here, Seth. Is it possible that she was trying to make sure that she gets him to be very thorough in his answers? No. You don't think so?
What I think happened is that she's trying to be very charitable, and she's like trying to be very soft on him because she knows he'll probably run away if she's too hard. I think that's what happened. Okay, and I think she's trying to act like it's more of a clarification stream than her actually like asking questions. It's
okay.
I just think she's too soft. That's
okay.
It.
Well, Echo says she handles him with kid gloves because she said he seems like he would run. He was going to run.
Yeah. That's the sort of.
That's the consensus, kind of. Yeah. So,
and it's not her fault. It's not her fault because, like, if he was gonna run away, I mean, you either get the conversation and you don't, and if you have to do it with kids' glove, you might have to, but like, it's no hate.
Yeah.
But you know.
So I mean, I guess this kind of boils down to: was it important to her to get the conversation and try to get as much as she possibly could versus just kind of nailing points on the wall? Or I guess, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched this. But I do know, like, if you look at the Augie stream, for example, right? And he and Keffels came in there and was attempting to 2v1 Augie, right? And Augie handled them, I think, pretty handedly. But then the minute that Leafy was brought into the call, they both dipped real fast. You know, I would have thought that, you know, if Leafy is such a worrisome character to them as far as what he's saying, or, you know, streams or what have you, whatever, you know, they think he's transphobic and so forth. I'm not going to say one way or the other. Because honestly, I haven't watched any of his streams since he came back. I feel like I honestly didn't watch any of his crap when he came back on YouTube back a few years ago. His style of content stuff, unless he has changed, which I don't feel like he probably has, is very sophomoric in nature, and that's just not entertaining to me, you know. I would have thought they want to have a conversation with him, kind of show that he's not, you know, smart, that he would they would want to kind of put him in his place, but they kind of ran. And
I think Tipster and Keffels both know that Leafy would kind of roll them. I think that's the issue.
You think so?
And they might genuinely believe that they're right, that he's transphobic or homophobic or whatever, right?
Yeah, he may very well be. I don't know.
The issue is, even if you're right, you're not always bound to win a debate or a conversation or whatever. And I think they know that he's just faster than them.
And I think that's fair. I mean, just because I agree with that statement, Seth. Just because you may be morally or ethically correct in the argument, it doesn't always mean that you're going to win the argument. Because you may just not be very well or very good at presenting, you know, or good at arguing. I'm horrible at arguing.
I mean, I have to translate things like in my head. I think in Danish and then I have to say it in English. And then I stutter because English is hard. So I'm never going to win like an actual debate against anyone. Like that's just like, even if I'm right, I'm never going to win it. And I think that's something that you take into account when you're like a content creator. And I think they know they're not going to win against Leafy.
Well, I think you do quite well for converting things from Danish to English. I think you do quite well. I think you speak well. So
I don't know if maybe I'm just like delusional and a narcissist, but in my head, okay, I'm the smartest person ever. Like in Danish, I have these like really good sentences, and then as soon as they're about to come out of my mouth, it's like the most degenerate shit ever, and nothing makes sense.
Well, sometimes, as they say, things are lost in translation, right? And that may be what's going on here. You may just be kind of, you know, losing things in translation. But you do say some things that are out of pocket sometimes, you know, and you and I've got to have.
That's not translation issues.
Oh, that's just you. That's just you being you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
I was just gonna warn you because this.
Yeah.
Like it's worth a watch. If you have certain points,
but
if you haven't seen it before and you would just plan on watching all of it,
well, I can speed it up. That might help a little bit. We'll try one and a quarter speed. We'll see what makes it. Well, look, let's just be quite honest. I went out there and looked on Twitter this morning when I got up and scrolled. There's just not a whole lot going on right now as far as in the quote drama sphere. This was the biggest thing that had happened probably in the last.
Okay, well.
24 to 48.
Did you see Abby's tweet? Because we found something on her stream that was quite interesting.
Okay, well, let me go check out.
The tweet got deleted, okay, but we think it was.
Well, why did the tweet get deleted?
No, not her tweet. I saw a tweet and I brought it to her attention on stream.
Did you screenshot it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so here's a teaching moment. Always screenshot everything. Always.
Okay, yeah.
Because
anyway,
people.
as a precaution, I'll do that next time. But we found out, okay, we found out that Matt Pitt is into scat porn.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay. I don't even want to, but I'm going to give you a little bit of rope here. What makes you say this? What did you find that conveys that sentiment that Matt Pitt is into
Matt
that?
shit. Barkley said Matt shit in chat. That's so good. No, I made it up, people. I made it up.
Okay, you made it up. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm just spreading rumors.
You're just spreading rumors. You know, he's very sick right now.
Is he?
Yes, he is. You should feel
Probably
bad.
from all that shit he ate, dude.
Oh my God. Come on now. Jeez.
Oh shit, poor Matt, dude. Hope you get better soon, bro.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is that one of those thoughts that you had in your head that was going to come out like really funny?
No, it was really funny. It was
No,
hilarious,
it was not. No, it wasn't. It wasn't funny at all.
Well, if you hadn't started questioning me so much, it would have been a funny reveal when I'd finally said that I made it up.
Okay.
But then it was a little bit too serious, so I couldn't keep it going.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was gonna make you look through like Twitter threads for like 4 minutes until I'd reveal it.
You think you're okay? So this was more about making people all just jump through hoops this morning to make him, you know. You really don't want me watching this video, do you?
It's so boring, people. It really is. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, then, all right, fine. If this is so boring and you think it's horrible, Seth, then what should we talk about then?
Well, did you let me
And don't make them more bullshit up either. Don't do that.
Hey, come on. That's accusations.
that's factual. That's not accusations.
No, I don't think I would do that, to be honest, people. Okay, so did you see that no, that's football news. I can't share that with you. You wouldn't know anything about that.
No, because I don't care anything about that.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't.
I don't care anything. I don't like sports. I'm just not a sports person. I don't know what to tell you. I did, what else? There was a movie I watched over the weekend that, what movie was it? Oh, the Shazam movie, Wrath of Gods or whatever it was. I watched that. It wasn't too terribly bad. It was okay.
I've never heard of that.
It's the second Shazam movie.
Yeah. Okay, I have news. Look at this meme I sent you. Well, it's not news, because it's quite an old meme. But it makes me laugh.
Seth.
Yeah.
You know, you're out of all the Danish people that I've talked to, you're like one of my favorite ones. You know that, right?
No, I'm scared to ask how many have you spoken to?
You. You're it.
Yeah.
But this person's hanging out with a giant rat.
I wanted to kill you 2 times in this quarantine. You have become my friend. I love you, Manuel. Isn't that poetic?
No, it's not. It's not really. It's a big rat.
It's poetic, okay, because think about it. This proves to you that even sometimes your enemies can become your friends.
You think so?
Yeah, under the right circumstances, you know.
Well, what if I don't have any? What if I don't have any enemies?
Well, then it's time to go make you some.
You think?
Then they'll become your friends.
Where was that?
Okay, who do you want to fight? Okay, we'll start drama, people. We'll start drama. Where do we go? I've already took a swing at Mad Pit. Who do you want to go for?
I don't want to fight with nobody. That's just the thing. I don't. Did you see this? Did you see this comment from Pokimane? I don't like her.
Oh no. Oh no, I don't like her.
Well, I have enemies. I don't want to fight with anyone.
Play the clip.
All right, let me play the clip, and then I'll deal with chat.
Keep doubting Kick. It's already taken over. Fire emoji. Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money.
Okay, no, Kick does not make Twitch money. Now, Kick is using Amazon's services, like their server pools, right, that they have that you can pay for and rent, right? So they're paying for the back end servers and stuff, right? That's Amazon. That's not Twitch. It has nothing to do with Twitch. But she's probably not quite smart enough to realize and understand how all that shit works.
Like, Kick is using Twitch's services.
No, they're not. Oh, she's so... Can I say she's stupid?
Yeah, why not?
She's stupid.
And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop giving these services to Kick.
No, Amazon could quit releasing to them their servers. Amazon, the parent company that owns Twitch, but Twitch themselves aren't giving Kick anything.
But right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess.
Oh, you're so stupid.
But also, honestly, I don't really care that much.
Well, you might want to care because your platform's dying, but okay.
Yeah, well, it doesn't... okay, so see, here's the thing, right? That doesn't matter to Pokimane. Because, yeah, her platform's fucking dying. She's got a good-ass deal or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think if it were to come to it and Twitch just fucking died, she'd get a good fucking deal anywhere else as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. She's got her base. She's got her viewer base. She's got her supporter base. And if she goes to Rumble, or she goes to Kick, or if she goes to YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? Her base is going to follow her. What she doesn't understand is the platform itself, Twitch, is dying because they've made such horrible moves, right? With their creators as far as the partnership program that they have. Not only that, but the fact that they've caused so much distrust with their creators on simple things like allowing certain creators to get away with flat out having sex on stream, and they get maybe a couple of day ban or whatever, and then other ones they permanently ban. And there's no, like Gideon, there's no avenue for redemption, right? But they actually have had creators on their platform that had actual hardcore penetration sex. They just get a week or two ban. That's it. It doesn't help when you have Twitch moderators come out talking about when they hug some of these female Twitch streamers, how they sat there jizzed in their britches and had to go back to the room and change them. I think that it's pretty self-explanatory to me there, right? You know? I mean, come on.
I don't think Pokimane's ever gonna care. Because as long as she strikes me as someone, as long as she makes money, I don't think she's really gonna give a shit. She
doesn't. She's a ruthless businesswoman, right? And she knows how to market her and her brand to make money, right? She's great at that, okay? But she's not very smart when it to the overall. She's good at her marketing her, but outside of that, not so much.
Well, AWS is Amazon and Twitch is Amazon, so
no, Twitch does not own Amazon, darling. Twitch TV was Justin TV. It was a startup company that was created by this game, and Amazon came in, bought that up, and started marketing it into a gaming platform to where streamers, people who play in games, can come there and stream. Okay. Amazon bought Justin TV, which became Twitch. They're not. This is what I'm talking about. She's not very smart. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand how it works.
In a way, it is.
No, in no way it's not. It is not. You are salty because you had someone spout some truth to you in your chat and you couldn't handle it. It triggered you, and then you started showing just how ignorant you really are.
In a way, it is. But also, I'm just a random streamer. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm just a random streamer. Shit. You're a random idiot's what you are.
A random streamer? Like, how is Pokemon a random streamer, dude?
She's not. She's not a random streamer. She's like one of the larger streamers on
No, like Twitch they fucking wipe her asshole, dude. I don't like she probably understands way more about Twitch than most people.
Yeah.
I'm just a streamer, guys. Just a random. I'm sorry, I hate her. I'm just nitpicking because I.
No, I don't like her either. I don't like her. She's. Anyway. Let's see who else. We got Abby. Let's see what Abby has to say. Good morning, Abby. What's on your mind this morning?
Hello, my
Holy
beautiful.
Shoot. Hi, good morning. Sorry, that's so loud in my ear. Hold on. Okay. Did you see that Mudahar saved a life this week?
No, I didn't move to her save a life this week.
I put it in general chat. You need to watch it.
Okay, let me see this here.
I only watched it like 4 times on my stream, but not everybody was there for it.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at this. Bring it up here on the stream.
Look at the fucking save on this animal real quick. So just driving up here, looking real closely. Guess who decides to show up? Boom, possum!
Oh,
Dude almost
Jesus.
dies today. He's like freaking out. He's worried about his life. My ass is figuring out how to pull back. And there it is. Lives to see another day.
Hashtag good guy Mudahar.
Good guy
Good guy
Mudahar,
Mudahar.
hashtag.
But when he says, and when he says like he almost died tonight, he sounds almost excited about it.
Boom, possum!
Mm.
Amazing.
I think he might be a psychopath, but at least he didn't kill the possum. So
He's lucky it wasn't an armadillo. Those little bastards, I'll tell you, they jump up. That's
they
what
jump
killed.
on the hood of the car.
No, so okay,
They
so
start blasting rap music.
exactly. So what happened? No, seriously, what happened is, like most of the time, armadillo probably would survive an impact with a car, right? But what happens is when they freak out when the car gets close to them, and they jump up, and it's usually about the height of where the bumper is at, and the bumper just gets them. They just jump straight up in there. They springboard straight up in the air. It's the craziest thing in the world.
Wow.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, well, that's what happens with invasive species. They make
Wait,
big.
are they really?
You have a good Father's Day, Peepaw.
Yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday other than play Diablo 4 all day. That's all I did, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
So
I adopted everyone as I was the temporary daddy for all those that didn't have daddies during my stream.
well, that was awful kind of you. There's
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's way too many people that don't have fathers. Either they're absentee or maybe they're no longer with them and whatever. So
Yeah, I know about 70 of those.
70.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Seth?
That's how many kids I have, people.
70 kids.
Yeah, John's Dame was here.
Can I just say this is way more exciting than the Aiko tipster conversation?
Yeah, dude, we saved you, people. We
Did you?
fucking saved you.
Okay, you saved me.
No,
So
that shit is
let's-
so. I don't care. Okay, that shit is.
We
so
tried watching it on
fucking-
2x speed with like 5 of us watching it, and
Yeah.
we couldn't.
yeah.
It was rough.
Run
Shut the
Leon.
fuck up, Leon.
Leon says it
Leon
didn't
is-
save me.
He's a little bitch. Okay, he came for my queen niece. Okay,
Yeah, how dare you?
unbelievable.
Well, I thought I guess I made her mad. She blocked me, so whatever. That's on her. So
Leon? Oh, that's unfortunate.
no, niece.
Oh,
I hope Niece
That's
gives you another
unfortunate.
chance, to be honest.
I look.
I hope she gives me another chance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I think niece. I have my thoughts, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
She-
keep him to yourself, old man. That's my
I-
queen.
no, that's your queen. Okay.
That's my queen.
I'll
Oh, I
keep it to
stand
myself.
Niece.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get drunk on moonshine. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
See you later. Well, and just like that, they're just gone. They're just gone. All right. So, let's talk. What was it here? Where was it? Echo Tragedy. Let me scroll back up in chat here. What was it? I don't know. What was it? Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, let's see what else is out there we can talk about. Oh, Twitchy things that's kind of, I don't care anything about that. Oh, DJ Screwdriver. Jeez. Who cares? Who cares about DJ Screwdriver? Let's see what else. Let me bring up here. Let me see what. Hope there ain't nothing come on my timeline that's going to get me in trouble here. I think I got everyone. Oh, she's not coming back, is she? Oh, that's the last thing we need to do. Shane Dawson. Why is that? I don't know what that's being talked about. Steven Crowder, you're an idiot. Vito was arguing with idiots again. I was wanting to go see this movie over the weekend, the new Flash movie. It didn't work out. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get to see it later on. We'll see. I don't know. 80-30, 2 hours ago. Happy Father's Day belated now, but hope everyone had a good Father's Day. A little bit. Mudahar says he loves his dad. He's going to head over later and do some lines with him. Awesome. Great way to spend Father's Day, doing some lines with your daddy. Cool. Cool. What in the Sam here? I don't know. There was just not a lot going on. It seems like it's pretty much boring for the last couple of 48 hours or whatever. Vito was on PKA. Yeah. I don't dislike Vito, but I'm not exactly like a fan of Vito. Does that make sense? So, Gigi, what are you doing? How was your weekend?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm flailing because there's nothing to talk about really.
I know.
Someone needs to
feel
lose their
like-
mind. Someone needs to lose their mind, do something crazy.
No. We can't have that all the time.
Why?
I think enough people have been losing their minds lately. Well, because some of us need to believe that the world is a sane place, I would say. No?
But
You disagree?
but it's not. This is an insane world with an I get it's just not a sane. It's not. It's
not.
No.
All right. Well, you talked about aliens recently, so I got a TikTok for you. I sent it in our topics chat.
A TikTok on aliens? Okay. Sure, why not? We'll do some aliens.
Okay, so I have this theory, right?
Let me get this up on the screen here. Aliens. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Yeah, this is full screen. So let's take a look at the aliens.
Okay, so I have this theory, right? Okay, so you know how we're in the age of the internet, right? But it's only 20, 30 years old. We as a species have never had access to so much information in the history of mankind. Sometimes it feels like information overload, right?
What?
Can they hear the audio? Because I can't.
Are you watching my screen, my share?
Okay, now I am.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Right? Okay, so what if, like, you know, evolution continues, we continue with this technology, the technology continues to improve. I wouldn't be surprised if 100,000 years from now, human beings have bigger heads, larger capacity for memory and storage, better processing power. Okay, now what if at the same time we continue to live this life, not giving a fuck about climate change? Shit eventually does get real. It's too cold in some places for us to live. It's too hot in other places for us to live. Some animals, their skin in and of itself is their form of protection from the sun. So what if in the future humans evolve to have similar skin? It's a little slimy, it's a little shiny. We lose all of our body hair. We're trying to stay cool. And I mean, sometimes it gets so hot that we only end up going out at nighttime when the sun is down. Hundreds of years go by, and now we have nocturnal vision. We get those super big pupils. We get night vision. We can see at night now. Okay, so if those three things happen, we would end up looking like this. Like we would look like this. Like, I'm sure you can come up with some theory as to why maybe our nose goes away. You can imagine how human beings end up looking like the stereotypical alien trope. Okay, so here's the culmination of my theory right here. That future human form is hundreds of thousands of years into the future, right? Living in a fucked up ecosystem, but still very much living with technology. So what if they actually figure out how to time travel? And all of the aliens that we have seen come to this planet, in theory, what if they're just us from hundreds of years into the future?
Yeah. So, what do you think about that, Peepaw?
Sure. Why not? Makes it,
But that would also mean that there isn't anything out there. It would mean we are alone in the universe if all of the aliens that visit us are actually us. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, I guess. I mean,
You know, I try to get you into all the conspiracy theories, and you're just not having it, and I don't appreciate that, not one bit.
no, I look at it a bit. I mean, it's a theory, but to me, I think it's kind of, foolish for us to think that we're the only humanoid species in all of the galaxies that exist out there. Right. So I believe there's highly a chance that there is probably another humanoid species out there that has the technology. They've advanced their technology to the point where interstellar travel is possible, and it's a thing. I mean, I don't think it's going to be something like Star Trek where it's all going to be it's all going to be peaceful and crap like that. When it's scientific, no, it's probably going to be more. I feel like it's probably more like it's going to be more combative. Where they're going to try to either come here for the resources or for humankind itself as a resource. But anyway,
apparently they want us to skip to the Xylee part of the tipster stream. in the chat, which could be a thing. I also wanted to ask you about the new thing they're doing at the Oscars with diversity and inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Leon? That's perfect. He would love this topic.
No, I won't. Turn the stream on, Riverter. I'm looking you in your face. You bored out of your mind. You did like 3 different things, bored out your mind. Turn the stream on. Skip to the Xylee part. Everybody who came in here bored you out of your soul. Your chat gonna lie and be like, oh, he wasn't bored. I'm looking at you. Bored. You didn't care about nothing anybody else in there came in and said. Do what you came on here to do. Turn the Aiko stream on.
I'm literally falling asleep to your stream, so don't be coming on here talking about
to the
who's
second
bored.
part, and nobody cared about no conspiracy theory. Nobody cared about the Oscars doing no diversity thing. Do what you came here to do, Riverter. Goodbye.
Okay. All right. We'll skip to the Zodi part, and we'll watch the Zodi part on the stream. Here we go, guys. Let me make this big, and let's listen to it.
Probably. Oh, there we go. Hey, Xylee.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know Zodi called in. She called in. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. I guess I don't really have much more to give than that because I don't have any experience in the situation. I have no personal personal gripes other than like the inconsistencies of the reasoning and the treatment of Bull Blacks, right? So I figure you know more, and also I love to hear you talk. So.
Thank you. All right. Well, I have a few questions. One, just so everybody can understand, were you mad about him leaking the DMs or nah?
So there was frustration with the DMs being leaked, but it was less about the DMs being leaked and it was more about being dragged into the situation. That's how I felt in the moment.
Because in the video, you acted like you were mad about the DMs. You say in your pinned comment you weren't mad about the DMs, and then when you come in here, you acted like you were mad about the DMs. So we're trying to figure out if you were mad or not. You know what I mean?
As I said, I was frustrated with the DMs, but that wasn't the bigger issue. The leaking of the DMs, in my opinion, resulted in me being dragged into a situation, and that was like the main frustration
But Tipsters, correct me if I'm wrong here, chat, but my memory serves that Tipster is like one of the most prolific leakers of DMs out there, right? Am I not? Is that not a thing? I'm pretty sure it is a thing, right?
I had is through the process of leaking the DMs, I felt like I was being dragged into the situation.
Okay. Second, if you want to leave this community so bad, which, you know what? Remember when you were starting to talk about leaving the community and I was behind you? I was like, yeah, go where you feel comfortable, right? Why do you keep poking?
So I'm not going to pretend like I've never poked. There's definitely been situations where I've poked, but I also feel like there's a lot of people seeing me saying things and interpreting it as a poke when it's not a poke.
Like what?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but if you were to give me an example of something that you felt like was a poke, I can let you know if it was a poke or not.
Oh, I can tell you what was a poke. What about that cute little joke y'all did? That you even put your mental health in as part of the joke.
By the way, that was not trying to put my mental health into.
Excuse me much?
It just because the word mental was used does not mean that I was making a mental health joke.
Tipster's an interesting fellow when he needs to describe what he did. I don't know why he hasn't come out and just said like things flat. Because also he says, well, I was brought into this because of the text messages. He was brought into this because he hitched his wagons to Keffels. So now every time she does something, of course, he's going to get brought into it without the text messages. And he's holding on to this sliver of a reason for him to like have had a reason to jump in. And he could just say it. I'm being brought in because I am now the trans defender. I am the ally. And yeah, that's why I was brought in. That's why I was here. And I don't know why he can't just say it. I tried to do something, it failed, and that's it. Like I don't get him trying to say.
Okay, hang on here. I'm trying to find the screenshot of that tweet where
I can't stand Brendan Schwab's face. I don't know why Aiko would have him not only on her screen but on for
probably just to be I don't know, to irritate, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she likes Brandon Schwab. I don't know. But if I'm gonna paraphrase this a little bit, but I think it was something along the lines of, he said, I've got to, because this was during the whole Keffels makes that quote exposed video, whatever. Then he says, this really's got me messed up. I've got to take a mental health break. Right? Is that's pretty much, I'm fairly certain that's what I'm trying to find.
Someone in the chat says he was brought into this because he sent the Boblax alt account to the Keffel server.
Correct. That's correct. Yes. That's exactly right.
So he was starting shit. So what's the issue?
Yes. Okay. So so the issue is, my interpretation from this was he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Right? He says, I don't want to be, don't drag me, don't make me a part of it, yada, yada, yada. But then he turns around and inserts himself every opportunity he got, because this is one, and I suffer from this myself sometimes. Like when I have a friend or something that I perceive is under attack, rather, I automatically try to come in and white knight, right? It's just, I come in and try to defend them. And it's something that I've tried to, and I'm trying to get better at not doing. But Tipster, I don't know if he just doesn't acknowledge that that's what he does, but that's what he does every time. You go back and you look through it. He did it with, what was that chick's name? I can't remember her name, but she was the one that got her kid online, like paid her child off to say some racist shit. And like a 9-year-old kid, AP. Yeah, AP. That whole situation, then that blew up in his face. Then he did it with Rump and Dump, with the whole picture that she liked, maybe by mistake, maybe not by mistake. I don't know. But she liked this picture.
I know we're not supposed to talk about LollyCon because we've all decided it was stupid, but it was so dumb on this level that was like, he really couldn't just say, oh, she knew it was a mistake. All right, my bad. He went on so many streams to defend it. Why?
He spent an entire day in the Twitter trenches defending that and defending her. And Matt Pitt was over here like, I talked to her. It was an accident. She didn't mean to. Because she's part of this collection of artists that does do NSF type, not safe for work type art sometimes. And, they just support each other.
Butthole, you're doing great.
Hang on, what is this? Why did I get a subscription or a donation? And hang on, what is that? Well, okay. Say the word, Riv. It's in context to the conversation. What word? What word is it I'm supposed to say? I don't know what word I'm supposed to say, JFA. But anyway, so she could very well have liked that out of mistake, out of accident, whatever, not really paying attention. Just an artist that she, had liked and in the past. It's possible, right? I don't know. I mean, but this whole, man, he got on that hill and died on that hill. He was, it's like you said, he went to multiple streams. He did videos of himself. And then I think it turned out that, in fact, it was, whatever it wasn't Lolly. It was like Shiodo or whatever. I don't know whatever. The male version of
yeah, the show. What is it? Show.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Shotacon.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what that was before that whole tipster thing. And he went on Xylee's stream, and then he was like, "Well, we'll prove that it's Lolly." And I'm like, first of all, it's art, so it could literally be anything. Like, that's a ridiculous statement. Yeah. Therefore, if it looks like child porn, guess what, buddy? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Effectively, because there are arguments. Actually, I'm going to steer away from this topic. How about them next? I was about to say there are some.
Yeah, Jardinosaurus says, yeah, you're right. In solidarity, he went out and started liking a bunch of pictures and stuff in solidarity with Rump. Yeah, he went crazy.
Really weird.
Yeah, he just
Like there are people that say like drawings of underage say like the whole she looks 13 but she's 5,000 year old thing.
Yeah.
There have been no studies that prove that giving those kinds of placebo type things like if they were given dolls or something would actually help, and quite the opposite. Actually, they've said that they can make them want the real thing more. So I don't get it. Just like we should probably be trying to stay away from all that stuff. Even if it just seems like it.
Well, all I know is that I'll say this: Tipster, if he is your friend, he is loyal to he's to a fault. To a fault. I mean, he'll come in and
you can't say that anymore, Tipster. You can't. He pulled one on Xylee big time. Like, and everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about it. So he's exactly Maggot. He's loyal to, I don't even know. Like, I know Chris Denark and Leon actually talked about it a while ago, how really his channel was sliding, and this whole grift is about that. Getting back on top. Like, I don't know that we need Tipster on top. I don't know that the rest of us could take it really. But
well, I know. Let's see. Let's take a quick look here. How do I?
Bro, I'm not saying you made a mental health joke. I'm saying you put your mental.
Let's take a look real quick.
Mental health joke.
Let's take a quick look here.
As someone with mental health issues, this is why those of us that have those issues don't like to talk about it, because there are people who like, oh, I lost a shoelace. I need I need a minute. I need a week. Let me text my therapist.
Detail statistics. Okay. So if we look here, I guess I'd bring it on stream. Okay, so if I bring it up on stream here, this is Tipster's social blade. So this is weird. So he gained 1,000 and then he lost 1,000. And then he gained 1,000 back. So that could have just been like a little YouTube glitch or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that he's been at this ever since. Well, we're coming up almost at a month. So,
I've never seen somebody's social blade be just flat like that for weeks and weeks and weeks. Then again, I only look at social blades when people are, bombing the crap out of them. Like, I'm sure if we go over to Colleen Ballinger's social blade, it's nice and red.
Let's see here. Hannah Animal said she has a clip.
Which, speaking of, does anybody have like a classic YouTubers bingo card? Because like who's left from like the 2006 days? I feel like it's iJustine, Rhett and Link, Philip DeFranco. Who else? Who else is here from back? Tobuscus is canceled. Shane Dawson is canceled many times over.
Well, you still got H3.
Do we have H3?
He's still there, and he's still making content. He's doing his podcasts and stuff.
But it's one of those, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Sure, but he's still, like I said, he's still there
on the platform.
Yeah. Tommy C, he's still there. He's still making content.
Does Nigga Higa still make? I'm sure he couldn't have that name today. Have his channel, but
I don't know. I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't think I've ever seen any of the content.
Nigga Higa, I never watched his content either, but he was at one point the largest creator on the platform. Yeah. Like back when the trending page actually moved and stuff. Like it was him, PewDiePie. Yeah. Who's what Smosh.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's who I really remember from like the early days of YouTube.
Yeah.
Of course, now we're all being, pushed into the ground by kids' videos. That Ryan Toys, man, that kid is a beast.
Yeah.
Help into the joke.
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Yes,
No, I
you
didn't.
did. You literally said you were going to take what was it, a mental health break or whatever? After
That's
you
not what I said.
Xylee,
That's not what I
Xylee,
said, Xylee.
Xylee.
That's exactly what he said. Hang on, let me back that up. Just I don't know if I can.
Maggot posted what he said. He said she quoted him. Or was it?
That I was making a mental health joke.
Bro, I'm not saying you made a mental health joke. I'm saying you put your mental health into the joke.
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Yes,
No, I
you
didn't.
did. You literally said you were going to take what was it, a mental health break or whatever? After
That's
you
not what I said.
Xylee,
That's not what I said, Xylee.
I've got to find that. I'm sorry. I've got to find that freaking tweet. I know that.
Oh, she's going offline for a bit. This shit has me mentally fucked, and I kind of just want to be left alone.
Is that where's the tweet at?
Echo of Tragedy reposted it. The quote. He might have deleted that part of it, but I mean that's a mental health tweet. Like, what does that mean? Going offline for a bit. This shit has me mentally fucked. Like mentally fucked because you fucked over your friend. Mentally fucked because you didn't know how things was gonna turn out. Like anybody could have told you. If people find out that this was all a grift, even if you're the one to out it, they're gonna be pissed off. Like even if he had succeeded in whatever the goal was, people are gonna be mad.
Let's see here. I'm looking at Echo's feed.
We have a guest, people.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, I put him in. I was waiting for him to talk.
No. Shh. No one knows I'm there.
No one knows you're there? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ninja Man. I'm hiding in your Discord, Ninja Man. No.
Yeah. Here we go. Got it. Copy link to tweet. Over here.
Mental health break or mental health, whatever means I'm getting my shit kicked in the replies, and I'm going to leave until the heat dies down, usually.
Yeah.
The other thing, like, and I know he's not doing this intentionally, but yeah, someone has pointed out that people, like, there's no one in the community who I've heard use the word autism as like such a pejorative. Like when he was talking to Boblax, he said, I don't know if it's your autism, but blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, like, first of all, anybody, autistic or not, can have a lapse in understanding. But secondly, like, you very clearly do not understand autism if you think the problem is understanding. The thing about autism is context. We lack an understanding of the greater picture. It's just what's in front of you. So if you give us what's in front of you and we're still confused, that's because you did something where you took a leap that didn't make any sense. Yeah. Like if you say, oh, my dog is so cute, and someone starts crying, as an autistic person, I will never go, oh, they must have something sensitive about their dog. I will just be confused. I will be like, what happened? What did I do? What did I say? So it has to be explained to me. And he really just is not right.
So Tipster says, going offline for a bit, this shit has me mentally fucked, and I kind of want to just be left alone.
Sorry, I was making a mental health.
That you even put your mental health in as part of the joke.
By the way, that was not trying to put my mental health into it. Just because the word mental was used does not
see it.
What's that, Victor?
I said, i.e., everybody's beating my ass in the replies, so I have to leave for a while, so I don't have to see it.
Yeah. So let's listen to what Tipster says once. So
before you do,
give
real
me an
quick,
example of something.
Yeah.
Can I correct you on a couple things?
Sure.
That you said earlier about Twitch.
Okay.
I meant to, but I was having my morning coffee. I'm still waking up.
That's fine.
Number one, you said, what was it you said about Amazon buying Justin TV?
Yes, Amazon bought Justin TV, which became Twitch.
Amazon bought Twitch after they became from Justin TV to Twitch, like a few years after that.
Okay,
They
so
didn't actually buy.
okay, so so a company came in and bought Justin TV and made it Twitch, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Twitch was already
Justin TV
there, and then
became
Amazon
Twitch.
showed up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
bought
Yeah.
Twitch.
I understand, but what I'm saying is this. Okay, so did Justin TV just change their name to Twitch?
Yes.
Yes,
That's what I had
Justin
heard.
TV
Okay.
became Twitch,
Yeah.
made
Okay.
a bunch of capital with what they were doing, became a really popular, or really the only streaming live stream place at the time. And then
Okay.
Amazon came in and fucked everything up, basically.
Okay.
Number two, the guy who jizzed in his pants, and I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm fucking saying this sentence,
Yeah.
was not a Twitch staff member. He was just a mod who was in a lot of girls fucking, a lot of female streamers fucking things.
Okay,
That
so
makes a lot more sense.
Dallas Galley.
So he was an actual employee, Twitch. I mean, he's not a Twitch employee.
No, he was not a Twitch employee. He was just he was an incel, self-proclaimed incel that was in a lot of fucking female streamer stuff, and donated them like thousands of dollars. He was like the original guy that fit that whole stereotype.
Well, where did I get it that he was an
You
actual
are
employee?
probably thinking of the guy in the summer of 2020 when everybody started calling people out at Twitch who leveraged sexual assault over partnerships. That was Hassan Bukhari.
Okay, well, maybe I'm
Hassan Bukhari, not Hassan Piker. Chat, calm down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Hassan Bukhari was the really famous partnership leader, and it came out that he was trying to sleep with a bunch of female Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
And he would tell them basically, like Brittany Venti was one of them.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he would tell them, I can get you partnership. I can get you up to this tier. I can get you all this money. I can get you all this partnership and blah, 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 blah. All you have to do is suck my D, basically.
Jeez.
So, yeah, that was Hassan Bukhari.
Okay.
But that's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to derail. So,
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the clarification, because I remember it was Justin TV, and I thought they changed the name after Amazon bought them. So I was a little bit off on that.
Justin TV was very, very small.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't even remember when that started, but I remember it had like only a few people like Man vs. Game and shit like that on it. And then it became Twitch, expanded all their servers and stuff, and more people started showing up, and they started making actual money because they had, like, you could literally do anything on Twitch before Amazon bought it. You could fucking do like how people are doing on Kick right now. You can watch fucking shows and shit, and nobody gave a shit and all that.
Yeah.
And then Amazon showed up and bought Twitch for like billions of dollars, and then all of the rules started happening, and all the things started happening, and boom.
Yeah.
Justin TV used to basically be 4chan, like in streaming form, which was one of the reasons I didn't hang out there. But there's a lot of things that came out of. I know I'm aging myself because I remember the days when 4chan was a horrifying place you could not mention.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was definitely it definitely changed. Like Twitch, and this is why I think those new rules, and we said this on Clear as Mud, they're trying to get out all of these TV like reaction streamers, because I don't think they make them any money. I think it's just the gaming streamers that are making them like any kind of money.
But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Victor.
I'm gonna let you get back to what you were doing.
Have a great
Have fun
day.
with your boring conversation, I guess.
All right.
With Tipster and Aiko.
All right. Later.
I'll see you later, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
That you felt like was a poke, I can let you know if it was a poke or not.
Oh, I can tell you what was a poke. What about that? What about that cute little joke y'all did? That you even put your mental health in as part of the joke.
By the way, that was not trying to put my mental health into it. Just because the word mental was used does not mean that I was making a mental health joke.
Bro, I'm not saying you made a mental health joke. I'm saying you put your mental health into the joke.
No,
Okay?
I didn't.
Yes,
No, I
you
didn't.
did. You literally said you were going to take, what was it, a mental health break or whatever? After
That's
you
not what I
Wait,
said.
Xylee,
That's not what I said, Xylee. Xylee, that is not what I said.
What?
I'm just I'm doing the moderating job. So I am
okay.
I love your spiciness, you know.
Uh-huh. Oh, I wasn't yelling.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know, but you have listen, your powerful energy. I just feel it starting to dominate, and I don't want him to get crushed under
What she
the
was
weight
saying
of your
is,
power.
Xylee, we all know that you're going into your gaslighting voice, which means we're going to get the cackle soon. She does the cackle, doesn't she, guys? I haven't watched this, but it's coming, right? You already hear it.
Going offline for a bit. This shit has me mentally fucked. but he said he didn't put his mental health into it. Has been mentally fucked. And I kind of want to just be left alone.
That's a good point. Chat's pointing out that they could tell Hipster was hovering over the end call button. And that's probably true. He doesn't have, like, I think at this point when he goes on streams, he knows people are waiting for him to bitch out. So it's just a matter of how long can I stay so that people can say I completely bitched out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, well, you did use mental in there, in that it was in the second tweet, which is now gone. All right. You did use that as part of like the little joke between you and Cuffles.
But it wasn't meant to be a mental health joke. It was
I'm not saying, but see, Tipster, I'm not saying it was a mental health joke. Like you weren't joking people with mental health issues. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you inserted mental health into the joke. That's not saying you were joking people with mental health.
I guess it's a disagreement over the interpretation of what was being said in the tweet. What I was trying to convey, because again, this was a prank, what I was trying to convey is the feelings that someone might convey when they're upset over the falling out of a friendship.
Right. Yes, exactly. So my point is, though, like, as many times that you had left before because of your mental health, why would you have done that?
It wasn't about my mental health, and it wasn't even alluding to mental health. I mean, if you interpret it that way, okay, that's how you interpret it, but that was not what the purpose of that tweet was.
So is this one of these agree to disagree stances with him? Because
listen, agree to disagree is his like biggest example of I have nothing to say. Like, I really feel like people do not understand that agree to disagree is when you both made valid points that are just differences of opinion. Like, he's grifting.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's another question.
Sure.
How come you deleted all the Discord DMs? I haven't leaked anything so far. What makes you think I would leak something?
I mean, people in this community have leaked my stuff numerous times before.
True.
And he's leaked stuff many times before. He leaked a recorded conversation with John Swan. You know, let's not forget this.
And people leak stuff in this community all the time. So when I heard from Nick, when he had his falling out with Tommy C, that he nuked all his DMs with Tommy C, I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. If I ever have a falling out with someone, maybe it's a good idea to nuke the DMs with how much people in this community leak DMs. And so,
here's a thought. Maybe don't put things into DMs that you'd be embarrassed or ashamed of coming out. Just a thought.
Anytime I've ever had a falling out with someone since then on Discord, I will use redact.dev to remove my DMs with them. And I think that's fair considering how often my DMs have been leaked.
Not sponsored.
Speak for yourselves.
Okay,
Redact.dev. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's fine for Discord, but honestly, like, where I got mad at you about that joke, it wasn't on Discord. That was through text message. And I haven't leaked those. I could have leaked those when I was bitching about it, but I didn't.
I mean, I can't do anything about text messages, but like Discord DMs can be wiped, so I wiped them.
Yeah.
Tipster.
I really feel like
why don't you just take
what
my
are you
advice that I
wiping
gave you
stuff
and just leave
for?
people alone and go on your way?
I'm sorry, what was that, Gigi?
I don't really get, like, I really feel like at this point, wiping your DMs at any point is a sign of guilt. I feel like I still have text messages from 5 years ago on my phone. Now that they just like transfer over all your shit, like, why delete a text message? You know how many times having messages from years ago and searching has saved my ass? And somebody else said it was gaslighting. Listen, people will do this to you all the time. They'll tell you something crazy in a calm and reasonable manner, and you'll be like, what you just said made no fucking sense, but their tone will confuse you. Happens.
Shuckmouth Mitch, we mean whoops. There's not one DM I've ever had with anybody, be it Twitter, be it Discord, whatever, that if people want to take and leak that shit, I don't care. I honestly, truthfully, I don't care. So.
Preemptively, me either. Like, honestly, like, the worst that'll ever happen from one of my DMs getting leaked is someone will get their feelings hurt. So I don't go out of my way to tell people things if I think it's just going to hurt their feelings. But I have zero problem telling people things. None whatsoever.
The thing of it is things that I say in DMs to people are probably pretty much what I say publicly. I have always treated it as You know, it's water cooler talk, right? Is the way I look at it. And anything you say at the water cooler to somebody, you might as well expect to be ready for it to get around the office. So that's the way I look at it. I mean, if you don't want something being put out there, you don't want something being shared, then you just don't say it. It's just that simple. That's always been my philosophy, period. IRL or online, it doesn't make any difference.
Go about your way.
That's my
Leave people
intention
alone.
here. I told Aiko before this conversation that I'm going to have this conversation with her, and then after that, I'm done with all this stupid shit.
So we're going to stop
That's
calling
what he
Keemstar a pedophile? We're going to stop doing pedophile
To be
jokes?
fair, I didn't call Keemstar a pedophile.
No, okay, fine. You didn't come out and said he's a pedophile. You just said, you just heavily implied it. How about
It
that?
was a joke in reference to the fact that Brantley's young, but my intention was not to call Keemstar a pedophile.
Can I
right?
ask
Like,
though, real quick? Wait, why
Sure.
are people so weird about their relationship? Isn't she
Because
like
people are dumb.
21 or 22?
She's
about to be
22
twen-
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is
It's
so
just-
weird.
It's just a meme with a lot of people that about him dating young people, and I don't know, like maybe I think it's fair for me to take swipes like that, considering how many swipes people have taken in regards to like my marriage and my wife.
Well,
So like that's kind of the way I was looking at it. It's like, okay, you guys can spend the last year and a half joking about my marriage, but like I make one tweet about his relationship and like it's a big deal.
Wait. One thing I want to say is like this is kind of part of what I meant about like, you know, how Kevels has like like the kind of influence that a person, I don't want to only say Kevels obviously, but she's the example here. She's the person involved. But fuck. Okay, so she has this policy of if she doesn't like you, she can do whatever to you. And that is bad to do, not for the sake of the other person even. You don't have to give a fuck about the other person, but for the sake of your own credibility, that's what you ought to be basing your conduct on. Because if the lowest common denominator is like the rule, then everyone's just a fucking mess. So I don't buy into someone like if it's bad to call people pedophiles, it's always something that you ought not to do. And if you do it, you have to acknowledge that you're like.
And I would not outright call him a pedophile because like that's no, I don't play
He
that
has
game right.
outright called him a pedophile. A lot of people have outright called him a pedophile for the Brantley situation. And listen, if you've heard my stance on ageism, you know that I don't love that, but I also fully get that Keemstar has spent the past like 10 years of his life around much younger people. And as someone who's similar, so I have a lot of friends that are much younger than me, like I fully get that. Like, yes, I'm older, but if you're in that space all the time, your brain is just going to be in a different space, and it's hard to find people your own age that still remain young. Like I can't talk to my coworkers about TikTok. They look at me like I'm fucking crazy, like much less any of this. Have y'all who are into this ever tried to explain to someone in real life like any of these things, like any tipster drama? Like I tried to explain to people like the lolicon situation, and they did not get it on such a level. It's like, why do you care? And it's like, because you know, and you can't even explain it because it's infuriating to watch him go on these things and just lie to your face. Oh, I wasn't talking about my mental health, even though in that tweet he says I was mentally fucked. Like somebody said imaginary sex, and that's very funny, but what else could you possibly mean by I'm mentally fucked other than my mental health is suffering? Is there some other connotation that I don't know? Yes, you call it YouTube drama, I call it YouTube things. The problem is sometimes there's follow-up, so I try to tie them together. Like, listen, try to explain the Edwin situation to anybody. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's wild.
So, as the elder statesman in this community, I think I am the oldest creator that does this kind of nonsense, right? I have no choice but to have younger people, right? Even Xylee, who's in her, I think she's in her 40s. She's younger by like a decade. Yeah, she's almost like a decade, right? Tommy, Dave, yeah. I've got him by over a decade. You know, that's just the truth of it. My IRL friends, they don't understand it. They don't understand why I do this. They don't. And to me, it's okay. I've tried to, I don't know, what do you call it? Retrospect look at why am I so drawn into doing this and covering this type of stuff. And I think it, honestly, truthfully, I think it stems from when I was a child and would, I'd spend summers and stuff with my grandparents. And my mom's mom, my granny, she watched soap operas. And I would sit with my granny, and every summer we would watch soap operas. And a lot of the stuff that goes online, the stuff that we do, is very soap opera-esque, shall we say. And so to me, it's like watching one big soap opera all the time. And I think that's probably why I'm somewhat drawn to it. But I find it entertaining. It's humorous. It's funny. So, that's the only thing I can come up with of why I do it, because it's entertaining. It's something and it's fun. So,
yeah, I think that's totally fair. It's definitely something where, like, I've been waiting to get into the more boring or typical adult things for a long time, and I've just given up. I'm like, look, I'm into figures and video games, and but I do, because of that, most of the people I connect with online are in their 20s. Like I dated a guy not too long ago that was 13 years younger than me. Yeah. And as that was happening, I was like, this feels like a crime. Like he was 23, it's all legal, but like it felt weird. And I get that it feels weird to people, but I also think that the more we keep using the word pedophile the way we've been using it, the more it's losing its meaning. And when there are genuine pedophiles, like we've already outed apparently a big guy on, what was it, Kick recently for messaging minors. Like, guys, can we leave them kids alone? Like, I know we've all been saying it, but we need more t-shirts. Leave the kids alone. Stop hiring them. Stop messaging them. Just cut it out, guys. Like, remember what it was like being a kid and sometimes adults said weird shit to you that you didn't understand? Yeah, same thing. Now you're the weird adult. Stop it. Cut it out. I know, hard
I made a
take.
joke in reference to Brantley's age, but I would not call Keemstar a pedophile. I do not believe he is a pedophile.
Well, I hope not. I mean, you spent the last 2 years sticking up for him. So.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saw that as like a contradiction of my defense of their relationship.
Yeah.
No, I still stand by that defense of their relationship. I was just making a joke in response to him making a joke at my expense. Well, we were having a shit slinging contest back and forth.
Well, the way I see it, I mean, by what you said, where you said that it was okay for you to do that because X, Y, Z, then it's okay for people to say what they're saying about couples, because if she can sling shit, we can sling shit right back.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think that's fair. If she's going to sling shit at you guys, then yeah, you can absolutely sling shit back.
I'm
Whenever
sorry.
I ever made that statement.
Hold on. Wait, did you block Boblax?
I did block Blowbacks.
When?
He blocked me too.
When? Wait, when did you block Boblax?
The night we had the issue, because after we had that call, the next day, I felt like the boundary I established with Boblax was violated because I tweeted in response to something completely unrelated to the situation that was going on with Boblax and Keffels, and he responded to that tweet with, "Are you gonna?" I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, "Are you gonna say anything about this stuff with Keffels?" And I responded to him with, "You're doing it again. You're dragging me into this situation again."
Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't even know about this part.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Can we pause? I didn't know he blocked Blowblacks after that. What do you mean? I'm mad. He blocked Boblax because Boblax asked him if he was gonna own up to the Keffel stuff, and he blocked him. What? How did he justify that? Just keep playing the video.
Right. But I already established that if you wanted to do something, you would do it in private. We already did this, and you said that ideally it would have ended in friendship for all. And like, I don't want to get into this is very upsetting to me when people do this. Kind of like it's like a bit sneaky, isn't it, to leave out pivotal details?
Aiko, I'm going to be honest with you.
We didn't get to that part. I figured
Aiko,
like through the
I'm going to be honest with you, Aiko. I think the reason why Boblax went up, okay, so it started off with Boblax and Tipster talking, and I honestly believe in my heart, and Tipster, you can say the opposite until your face turns red, I do not care, but I think the reason why it ended up being public on that stream with Keffels and Bo Black is because Queen Keffels wanted it.
No, that's not what happened at all. Absolutely.
I don't
not.
know because
You're
you seem to chase her
well,
around everywhere. Y'all,
well, you
Like, but here's the problem. I can't say I'm not inside Tipster's head, so I can't say he's doing it on purpose. But like, am I crazy? Like, how could he not know that, like, of course Keffels wanted it? Like, he has even said it. He has said it on previous Keffels videos about how she's manipulative and she knows a lot more about, like, how to get certain messages out there. Like, he knows her to be a calculating person, and then he's gonna come out here and say that, like, no, she didn't want that. If she didn't want it, she wouldn't have responded to it. She's much bigger than Bo Black. This is a niche part of the community. She didn't have to say anything. Oh my god. Why was I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Well, I wouldn't get mad. I mean, I really wouldn't put that much energy into it. Honestly and truthfully, I wouldn't get that vested into it.
I will let this go. I will let this go. I'm like halfway through my morning bowl, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tiny Dancer. Like I can't stand people who are that disingenuous, because you can't call that shit out. If he says that she didn't want it out there, I can't say, well, you definitely know that she did it, because I can't prove that shit. But
okay. Well, let me just okay.
This is what people do to you.
Hang on. Listen, guys, what we have to remember, right? This is really not new behavior by Tipster, right? This is the same old record that always gets played. This time, the only difference is it's involving people like Xylee and Bo Blacks, people that he called friends, right? People that he associated with, that maybe a little bit more limelight type association, right?
Yeah.
But how many people through the years has he been friendly with, and they have a falling out, and he blocks them and goes on, right? And there's a big brouhaha, right? Or something, right? Something looking back about the I Bully situation, right? Who was a mod and whatever, and he fell out with him and took away his mod powers, and there was a big blow up and stuff, and then it ultimately wound up, with I Bullying Bullies becoming completely and totally just mentally unhinged and doing some really weird shit. But again, this is what happens. The list of people that he has had a public falling out with and blocked is long and as long as my arm, right? So this is nothing new. The only difference in this situation, right, is it's someone that everybody's more aware of, like I said, like Xylee and Bo Blacks, right? So this is nothing new. This is not shocking to me. It's a wash, rinse, and repeat play by Tipster. This is what he does. He's going to try and ingratiate himself into this new collection of people over there with Keffels and stuff. But the problem is Tipster is not going to fit in. I mean, if you go back and look at the streams, there's clips of it out there when Bo Black's little shit posting Twitter account was exposed, and he made a little tweet in response to like Keffels, whatever. Tipster laughed. It was a hearty belly laugh, right? And then later on, he tried to turn around that same tweet and accuse Bo Blacks of being sexually harassing of Keffels, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Or, when he was in the debate with Augie and he was getting frustrated with Augie because Augie was making valid points against him. And he told him, he said, hey, quit moral F-slur, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, and he loves saying the R word, right? So that's all stuff that, the one times that Keffels actually kind of got canceled by our own community was when she was throwing the R slur around. And she blamed that on her addiction to narcotics and her being inundated by the alt-right. That's what drove her to say the R word. She used that excuse to try to redeem herself. Guys,
He might be well over there then, because thinking about it, like in this community, the reason he's having issues is because people want to hold him accountable for the things he says. Like, oh, I know, a wild concept, but the breadtubers are pretty hypocritical over there. Like Destiny, Hassan.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
they're all a bunch of assholes.
All right,
really.
but let's not forget, Keffels went after Destiny and got him removed from Twitch. Right, so now he's over on YouTube. Some might argue that he has more power and bigger reach now than he ever did on Twitch. And I wouldn't necessarily argue that he does not. But that's what I'm saying is.
Which, by the way, that would be to me an example of karma, right? It's like you tried to stomp on somebody, and it backfired big time. But yeah, I think maybe Tipster, this is big brain, and he knows that he is as hypocritical as any of the greats of the breadtube community, and feels like he'd be better off. And breadtubers, see, you say what they would cancel, but I don't think that they care about this kind of hypocrisy as much as the commentary community does. Or this section of the commentary community.
I don't know so much if the commentary community would care if this was, but it's the fact that it's Tipster, who was a person that had formed some friendly bonds with Nick and Augie, Bowblacks, and the whole, like when Tipster went on to Augie's stream and was like going after saying, you really don't have anything to talk about. You really don't, he goes, Bowblacks is cool with it. You shouldn't have anything to see. Tipster doesn't understand that, when Keffels was sitting there accusing Bowblacks, or his friends, which is Augie and Nick and those guys, of being transphobic, because Bowblacks didn't have an issue with it, then neither should Augie or Nick, right? The fact that she spent almost a year trying to get Nick DeOrio deplatformed off of Twitter, that shouldn't be a problem. There should be no Tipster. That's not how this works, dude.
I really think they should just have a team channel at this point. That's Augie, Bowblacks, Nick DeOrio, and maybe controversial, but Tom Dark, because I feel like they throw him in there a lot, even though he doesn't get mentioned as often. I don't. Firstly, can we all just agree he can't deny he's a lol cow, right? Because there was a time where he's like, I'm not a lol cow, dude. Definitionally, there is no better example of a lol cow than Tipster at this point. If you need to explain what a lol cow is, it's Tipster.
Well, he's I think this probably definitely seals the stamp of lol cow for him. And the thing of it is I asked, when was it? Friday evening. I was over on Dave's stream, hopped in Dave's stream for a while Friday evening. And Nick called in, and I just asked Nick, I said, Tipster has a habit, right, of doing this kind of stuff, right? And when he'll go out and all of a sudden he will start getting some arrows and daggers and stuff come at him or whatever, and he would come running back, and the community would rally around him because he was Tipster. He's that lovable, jolly streamer that everybody just kind of it's Tipster, whatever, right? They just kind of give him a pass on things. I said, when this community comes at him, when they start going and looking through his content, right, and they start looking at some of the stuff, and I said, it's going to be very problematic for them over there. I said, and they come at me, I said, are you guys going to route? He says, I'll tell you one thing, I can tell you where he's not going to be welcome at. So I kind of took it from that statement that when this happens, Tipster's on his own, because Augie, Nick, Boblax, these guys, they're not going to defend him. And I don't think there's anybody left in this part of the internet that's going to be a safe harbor for him anymore. So if he cannot weather the storm, then it may be curtains for as far as an online career or whatever for Tipster. Because
It's entirely possible he can't help it. I thinking about it, if people are in fight or flight mode, which he shouldn't be in, because he has a day job. Like, I could see it for people where this is their main source of income, but
Yeah.
this is your hobby, right? So,
Yeah.
and I feel it is giving off like squirming, and like, what will he do if he gets quote unquote desperate? Because like, I have to be pretty desperate to turn on my friends. That's just the reality. And he does it publicly over and over. So it's
Yeah.
he still hasn't explained his answer to, but yeah, you could play.
Yeah.
You also assumed that the joke that was made was a personal attack against you, and it literally had nothing to do with you.
Tipster.
The
Wait,
statements that were
wait.
made-
Literally, hold on, wait a minute, Tipster. Y'all literally did the joke that I was okay. The concerns
The
that I
comments
had.
you were
Let
making-
me
the comments
finish.
you were
Let me
making are
finish. The shit that I said on Twitter and the shit that I said to you in text was the shit that y'all did the next day.
First of all,
You
we
can't
had to-
tell me that y'all worked on that
Siley,
lame.
Siley,
I
are you gonna
don't
allow
give
me
a
a
fuck.
chance to
No,
respond?
because I'm
Are
not
you
done
gonna allow
yet.
me a
I'm
chance
not
to
done
respond?
yet. I'm not done
Wait,
yet.
Okay.
1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
You mean to tell me y'all worked on that lame ass joke for 2 weeks?
We planned it for 2 weeks, but because she was traveling at the time, we had to wait the 2 weeks to actually do it.
Y'all suck.
I don't even understand what it was.
Okay,
Are you talking
can
about
I just say, when he says he planned it for 2 weeks, I guarantee you what he means is they said something like, "Oh, we should try to get one over on them." They didn't have the joke at all 2 weeks ago.
No, I'm sure they had a rough idea. Like, let's try to do something to bait them. Let's do something to bait them into a response or something, whatever, right? To get them, to show their quote true colors. The problem was, and is that Keffels is such a horrific actress. I think that's anyway. That it didn't. She didn't sell it. She did not sell it at all. Period. I don't know who wrote up that quote tweet or whatever it was, DM, whatever that she got. But that was not Tipster. People that are used to Tipster's texts and DMs, they picked it out immediately. It was just a flop all the way around. And then, Tipster overselling it, which it was like some of the worst writing back in the days when I used to watch wrestling. It was horrible writing. You could just tell, okay, this is just horrible. It's not going to work. Yeah, this is just not going to work. I don't know who the writers was on this one, but nah, sorry.
thing was?
Yeah, it was the bait, us having a falling out thing.
I
The
am
whole point of
probably
that
the
is we
only
were gonna-
person that fell for that bait, I guess. But that's because right. But that's because she actually has done that before to people that I know multiple times. In my time on Twitch. So I did not think that it was a joke. And then when I found out that it was a bait, I was very upset, and I told you why. So I just think that
Yeah, and we had a conversation about that. Yeah.
yes. So
Okay, can I just say,
I'm sorry.
like, stoner to stoner,
Yeah.
she had to have been high to have thought that video was real, because Keffel, his old community was bad, Nazi adjacent. Like, that was the worst acting. Like, listen. Okay, I've heard some shaggy dog stories that aren't real, but that was wild. Like, the audacity to put that out and to have people think that was real. Like, Aiko, you need to tell me who your supplier is, because you are getting much better shit than I am, is what I have to say.
Well, I don't know about all that. I mean, I don't know how well she knows Tipster as far as like his but I knew her. I knew that I could just tell by the way Keffels was presenting herself in that in the video that it was bait. It was bait. I was like, so.
Great. Continue.
Well, no, it's just the way Tipster. I think it's well. You know what? You're not on Twitter very much because the
Not
way
at all.
Tipster wrote it, it didn't even look like Tipster wrote it. It wrote it so bad.
Oh, you're talking about the
fake.
Wait, what do you when you say Tipster wrote it, what do you mean?
Your tweet about you and her like breaking up and shit. It looks so fake. It looked like you didn't even type it.
Well, the funny thing is, like, that was the whole point. It was supposed to be fake to the point where, like, okay, nobody's gonna fall for this. But then we actually wanted to document who actually fell for it, and we were gonna do a video together reacting to the responses of people who fell for it. And we got some funny responses. Like, one of the people who actually fell for it was Baked Alaska, of all people. It was pretty funny.
Okay, but you can't tell me that wasn't a poke towards the community when the community has been telling you Keffels is going to backstab you.
Also, the other person that fell for its name is Baked Alaska. So you're telling me two people who are known for stoner things fell for it? That's your evidence? Okay, sure, guy.
It was a poke to the community, absolutely. But what I was disputing is that you took it as a personal attack against you personally, and it wasn't directed at you.
I did, and I still do because that's exactly what I told you was going to happen the day before.
Xylee, you weren't the only one saying those things.
Oh, I know,
Everybody
Jessica
in the
Pizzle.
community
I know. But I still took it personal because I don't know what you talk about with other people. So I still took it personal.
I didn't share any personal conversation between you and me with like Keffels, if that's
How
what
do I
you're
know
suggesting.
that? See, here's the thing though.
Well, you don't. Fair,
But this makes it worse though. But honestly, it makes it worse though because not only did you throw it in my face by doing that joke, but you threw it in many other people's face who were on your side and was trying to be a friend to you. You literally fucked your friends over for Keffels.
I don't see it that way.
Of course you don't.
I don't see it that way, but okay.
Of course you don't, because you're up her ass now, dude.
Pause. Can I just say, like, I don't know, Tipster. Maybe you do, but is he being disingenuous when he says he doesn't see how it's a slap in the face to his friends, specifically for Keffels? Because that feels to me like this was aimed at them, or he's still denying that it was aimed at them.
No, well, okay. It was aimed in the sense that he was hoping to catch them with, quote, their pants down and get them to make some outlandish streams or responses. And I believe him when he says that he and Keffels' plans were to like do a collab reaction to the overreactions of it, right? The problem was no one really fell for it. That was within the community. Other than, I think Michael Alberto was on one, but he's a viewer. I don't really think Michael makes content. And if he does,
Michael Alberto, like commentary, like creator clash comment.
Possibly. Michael
Alberto, if it's the one I'm thinking, he makes content. He's known for being edgy in a different way than this side of the community is edgy.
Am I high? No, Echo, I'm not high. I wished I was, but I'm not. All right. So maybe some of these aches and pains would have went away this morning. He literally hosted Medicare versus Food. Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's a news flash. I don't watch that crap. Again, that's these blood sports stuff. I don't watch it. And if that's where he's from, and he's from the blood sports community stuff, then that's why I don't know him or have really back history on him. So,
I only know him. I was only introduced to him through like Game Grumps things that he's been on, and he's pretty wacky on that.
Yeah.
So
evidently, I guess Michael Alberto's a huge creator, and good for him. I guess I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't know him, but again, listen, there's all kinds of aspects and parts and nooks and crannies of the internet that I'm not aware of. And I don't know of all the creator stuff out there. Right.
No, right. But I think part of it is Michael Alberto is not familiar as far as I know, of this side of the community. So he's reacting a little bit without a lot of context. Like that prank, you just, is there anybody who thinks that wasn't aimed at specifically this corner of the internet?
100%. 100%. It was directed at. I think ideally they wanted to get people like Nick, Augie, Bo Blacks, maybe Tommy C, someone like that to respond to it. I think that was like the big fish they really wanted to catch. More, but they didn't because they saw right through it.
I sense the presence, Peepaw.
Oh Lord!
Ooh, I come from beyond the grave again because I'm a ghost. I can't help it.
Was that a turn signal? Are you out driving and calling in, Max?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Be safe. Please be safe.
Yeah, it's fine. I can't die. It's okay. Okay. Here's my hot take, and I just was calling it. Hello, GG. By the way, hello. No. So here's my hot take. Tipster likes to make everything about himself. I'm just realizing.
Yes.
He can't help it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but don't a lot of creators, even myself, to a certain degree, make it about me?
I know, but think of anything that Tipster has done within the past, at least few months, where he hasn't made it, where it hasn't been about him.
Yes. Okay.
And here's the thing: I never got the opportunity when all of this Keffel's Tipster stuff was happening, because I was kind of fading in and out of consciousness at that point.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I kind of am jiving with what the cope that they were trying to go with at some point. Because they said something along the lines when all of that stuff was happening, where it's well, we got you guys to talk about it, so we kind of won.
Yes, that was said. Yes, that was said. Yeah.
I know that's not what they were going for initially, but they're kind of right. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, in that aspect, yes, you are correct. You are 100% correct. Yes.
The thing is, because I remember when that was happening, I think it was right before I went on my extended hiatus, and I'm pretty sure I had made some sort of a tweet just saying something innocuous, and people thought that I was talking about other things, Fluckin' Flatley thought I was talking about him in the fucking Why So Demented shit. But I said something if you don't say anything now about it, later on when it's proven to be one way or the other, you can just claim that you knew the whole time. I was talking about the Tipster thing. And part of the reason why I didn't outright just talk about, just say, oh, this Tipster stuff with Keffels is so fake, is because, it was obviously fake, but, what does talking about it do? If what you do to somebody who's baiting you is you don't go, aha, I caught you. Because then if they're a troll, like Tipster's turning into, apparently, they're going to turn around and be like, oh, I got you. Ha-ha, see, you're talking about me. Ha, 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 which is exactly what they did, right? What you do is you just don't pay attention to it. You don't mind your... what would have happened if this whole thing had played out, except nobody ever cared? You know what I mean? See, this is the thing, is that this whole time, what kills me is that this whole time, what this whole thing is it's commentary just being like, Tipster, please don't go, please stop. And what I'm saying is that he's in commentary too. I've got him under my wing, so it doesn't matter. You guys should let him go. Let Tipster go. Let me have him.
You got him. There you go. Boom. There you go.
All right. Problem solved.
Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so no, I'm not happy.
Well, whose fault is that, Seth?
You gotta get better at that floating above it thing,
It's really hard, okay? Levitating is one of the last skills that you learn. It just starts to happen in certain points. It becomes very awkward. Thanks for bringing it up, Gigi.
So
listen, I watched Beetlejuice. It just Gina Davis.
Okay. Yeah, you said it once. That's all we need to say. All right, don't say it 2 more times. I don't want that. I don't need that today. All right, I just got the new house. I
forgot you.
Question.
Question.
I have a question. I have a question for you, D-Max.
Okay. What's up?
So you're obviously feeling better. That's good. We're glad to hear that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm glad to hear anything.
When will you be returning to so we can hear you making content again, now recording?
Suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
What?
I got JFA tip $5. Peepaw, please kick D-Max from the call. He's boring and he almost hit and ran me over with his pink Corvette. You got a pink Corvette?
Yeah, and I was looking for a JFA like size dent in it, but you know the motherfucker just is too quick. He's jiving, he's moving, he's dodging, he's weaving. You know, but
wily
next
one.
time, yeah. What?
He's a wily one.
He's a
He
wild
is. He is, and he lies. He lies. He speaks nothing but lies. No, well, yeah, I'm gonna be getting back to content. I mean, like, I'm literally here. Like, next now recording thing, I'm on it.
Okay.
We're talking about content for this week. I'm trying to kind of play catch up, and this is the funny thing about now recording group chat. If you come in and you say, "Hey, I don't really know what's going on," everybody just laughs at you and says, "Haha, you're Mitch now."
Oh no! Oh no! Poor Mitch.
Aw.
So yeah, so that's
Mitch
kind of what's
stays
happening.
catching strays.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know.
So we'll see. I'll get there eventually. You know, but yeah, I you know. Sorry, my phone is doing something weird now. Anyway, all right. Well, I just called in just to make that point. No worries.
Okay.
No problems. I love you guys. Have a good stream. Okay.
All right. Well, be careful, and we'll talk to you later, Max.
Oh God! Oh no! I'm gonna crash.
Mitch says, D-Max, you are suspended for this week's live stream.
Oh, that's not fair. Why make the community suffer?
Exactly. Anyway, listen, I've got to get out of here. I went way overboard. I got to get to work. But anyway, I will probably continue.
You're working today?
Mm-hmm.
That is unbelievable. So let me say it. In America, we are celebrating Juneteenth, y'all, which we got as a replacement for Columbus Day. So be sure to openly and poignantly acknowledge your Black coworkers today, who you should not be seeing because this is in fact a federal holiday. Pretty racist, people.
Is it a federal holiday? Because the company
As of last year.
Well, it's not on our calendar as a holiday. I don't know what to tell you. And I work for a state agency, so
I have heard this. For some reason, a bunch of state-run places just aren't following this. But yes, Juneteenth is a federal holiday, so I'm off today.
Okay, well, enjoy your day off. That's awesome. So, but real quick before I get out of here, I gotta let you guys know there will not be a stream in the morning. I have to go into the office and work. We've got this really big project. I've got to go in. I got to do hands-on. So I've got to go in and do that. So unfortunately, no stream in the morning, but I will be back Wednesday, and doing a stream. We should also have a stream Thursday evening over on Clear's Mud. We'll be back there. I'm not sure where all else I will pop up this week, but other than tomorrow morning, you should see me here every morning this week. Gigi, what about you? Have you got any more plans for any more live streams? I know you did one the other evening. So
yeah, I'll probably do a gaming stream on Friday. Okay. And we'll do our Thursday show.
Cool. Guys, Mitch says he's going to take over for me in the morning. So make sure you tune in to Shockmouth Mitch, and he's going to give you the morning stream in the morning. So I'm going to hold you to it, Mitch. You better be up and at 'em and ready to go. So anyway.
I'm going to hate watch Mitch. So I'll be there too.
All right, cool. So anyway, I got to get out of here. But guys, listen, thanks for everybody who tuned in. Appreciate it. Go support Aiko, Xylee, Tipster. That's up to you whether or not you want to continue to support him. Check out GG. D-Max is back now recording, so check them all back. Hopefully D-Max will be having some content come out on his own channel. He's been promising it. He has no excuses now. He's in his own place. He has his studio set back up. So if we don't get some content out of him soon, there will be riots, and I will be going to his house to extract a certain ounce of flesh. So anyway, but guys, go check out all these creators. They're doing great things. And anyway, until Wednesday morning, remember, keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.